This is David with High Performance Stoicism. I want to talk to you about why Stoicism is fun. I should actually title this Why Stoicism is So Fun, because that's been one of the great things about practicing Stoicism for me. The first reason Stoicism is fun is because understanding it. You're reading these ancient texts, the writers are very intriguing. They're saying things that sometimes you have an idea of what they mean, sometimes you don't. And as you develop in your understanding of what they're talking about, it becomes more enjoyable. But when you practice Stoicism and start living by the things they're telling us are true, start living by the things they tell us you should do this, then you're going to have even more fun when you start to see their understanding of the world is, as far as I can tell, in terms of my experience, and I'm sure for many of you, this understanding of the world matches reality better than any other alternative. In other words, when you start to see the Stoic model, which you're trying to figure out, you're starting to see this fits a better way of living than anything else I've tried. Now, the second thing that makes Stoicism fun and so fun is Stoicism is a kind of training. That's what practicing Stoicism is. And it's a kind of training you do while you do the things you ordinarily do. You go to work, you meet with friends, you do chores, and then part of training is you're training yourself to see things differently and to think differently and to respond differently in all these areas. So, one of the things you do is you start to tell yourself there is going to be a traffic jam on the way to work. And then when one arises, you say, okay, you see, and you watch yourself as you respond in a calmer way. You watch yourself as you're not as angry as you used to be. And anything you do during the day, let's say there's some things at work you don't like to do, seeing them from a stoic perspective where you're going to look down on the things that aren't really important and just say, I do have to do this and I'm improving myself while I do this. It can get really fun because you're going to start to see I'm enjoying life more. I'm actually getting better at my job because I don't take everything at work as seriously. And so meshing the training of stoicism with everything you do and seeing the better results from that, that is really fun. And it's good to challenge yourself to improve your performance in everything you do. Most particularly in training, we're talking about mental training when we're talking about stoicism. We're talking about how you use your mind for the situations you face. Now, lastly, the last reason that Stoicism is so fun is because it is in there. It is in the texts of the Stoics, especially Epictetus, that you're involved in a kind of play. You're involved in a kind of game. Now, think about a game of basketball. When you go to play basketball, your game is really not to grab the basketball and run with it. That's not the key thing. It's doing things with the ball that is going to let you to have a great time and maybe win. So the focus is not on the ball. Likewise, in life, most people think the events that happen, that is the focus, whereas the Stoics say, well, I'm going to have a lot of the same events happen to me that happen to you, but my lifetime goal is to handle them much better. As I develop the mental skills that move me toward virtue, I'm getting better and better at handling all these events, and that is fun. And Epictetus compared Socrates to an expert in sports. He said, Socrates, he was a ball player. And that's what you want to be in life. You don't want to take the events that happen so seriously, but what you do want to take seriously in terms of working on them is the mental skills that are going to make you able to handle any event at some point so your life will improve more and more. So that's it for today's video. Like, subscribe, give me a comment, and we'll see you in the next video. Have fun with Stoicism until we talk again.